Ambassador Alba's alibi is Albabi. But frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being here, placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Kochen and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Alabest the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babel. That is my alibi. Okay, so we're gonna pull out those security films, which clearly show him entering from outside of Babel. So that is your alibi? That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babel. Now that we cleared that up, I'd appreciate it if you would move out of my way. In my way. I said hold it. What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd allow only one question. You gotta give me follow-up. Humph. You did. But you still have yet to really answer my one question. What? Until you tell us the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing. Humph. Very well. I'll play with you just a little while longer. Miles Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors, you are forbidden to lose. I didn't plan on it, Francisca. Of course. That is something I've understood from the very start. That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he? Yes, I believe so. The goal of the first Yatagarzu was to capture the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on, through me. I still don't understand the logics of that plan. Like, oh, I think that this prosecutor and this detective might be getting a little too close to my smuggling ring. So I'm gonna send someone in to join them in forming a thief who is going to try and uncover my smuggling ring. Brilliant. So, that's why we've just gotta catch him, right? Okay? Like a Pokemon. We will, I promise. Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have it the truth now, shall we? No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same. Oh yeah? What do you think about this security film? Right? I believe this is the problem. Because we clearly show him... I just dropped a thing of hand sanitizer. We clearly show him leaving. Uh-oh. Apparently that was not what I considered it to be. I guess it doesn't. Ah, I've played myself like a fool. Okay. Because it's not impossible to take this man down. Oh wait, well, I don't know what I pressed on. It's not a hypothesis. Earlier we proved it to be what happened. Well, let's leave that to one side for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive. Oh? So you really had no reason to kill Mr. Kochen? If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me. Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate it if you were to take me seriously. I'm sorry. I suppose you are in a bit of a pickle. Very well. A game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I had no motive to kill. Now, let's see you disprove it. How could he stand there looking so proud when he knows he killed another human being? I mean, okay, but like, he was clearly in the Cadopian army. He has a history of at least killing people. He can probably justify it to himself if he really wants to. Well, I'm not going to stand by and just watch him get away with his crimes. Like, that might be what I might have to press, but I'm also gonna press here just in case. But, I mean, he is still an ambassador of a separate country. If he thought that him getting arrested, like if he convinced himself that was a bad thing, I could see him using that to justify him being heroic for murder. And what exactly did you do while you were in Alabast? I had a meeting with the Steel Samurai, and then I arranged a few files. Around that time, that thief who was sneaking in took me by surprise. Are you saying that it was Damask 2 that made the first move? Yes, and it was after I was attacked that I hit him on the head with the Prima Duck statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow, but it was an act of justified self-defense. Calling it that doesn't cover up what you really did. Ha 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 ha! Cover up! No, my boy. I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth. You weren't planning to admit to it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you weren't an ambassador, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now. I am terribly sorry that I didn't clean up the body better, but I am a busy man. I had a speech to give in the Rose Garden after that, you know. Yet despite that, you still had time to kill Mr. Kochen, didn't you? Objection. Man is evil, and I'm sure you are familiar with the facts, but Mr. Kochen was killed in Babel, while I was all the way in Alabast. So... So, what is a motive that he would have had? Did we... I think this might be the motive, because the motive shows that he was planning on stealing it. There we go. Which is the betrayal that would have soured their relationship. If you want to know, I believe you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Kochen had betrayed you. But you had your own reason to. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil, and because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess. Objection. I don't believe this. You have a bad perchance for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor. And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument. I never use guesswork in moving my cases forward. Not like some sort of other lawyers, like looks at Phoenix. It had been proven that this note was written by Mr. Kochen's hand. Shall we take a look at it? The content of the note is a request calling for the theft of Alabast Prima Duck statue. By killing him and pushing all the guilt for the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. you had more than a few reasons to kill him. His voice when he does the objection every time gets me. Like, I want to just repeat it. Are you finished with your hypothesizing? Excuse me? Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, motive or thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right? I didn't expect him to resort to playing the semantics game with me. We're gonna turn those semantics into syntax. Does that actually make sense? No, that's not how syntax works. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin. Now then, if you will excuse me. Wait, what? I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question. Yeah, you only get one shot. Which, high key, low key, very fun game that I love. Ambassador Alba, if you could just give us just a little bit more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man he was. He was a man of many talents. He was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death. That is something for Babel to figure out, and something to which I have no relation to. Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Poliano. I'm very sorry, but it seems that now even my voice falls on deaf ears. There's no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Poliano. We must find some way to stop him from leaving. It seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. Hold it! Gumshoe! Is it Gumshoe? Gumshoe! Oh no, it's K. It's K! Sorry, I thought it was gonna be Gumshoe, but it's K. And this is awesome because it's gonna be Hirsch time to shine. Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba. K? Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Yatagarzu's legacy will live on through me. Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving? I've stolen his car keys. You just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this? No. And why should I recognize that tattered old organizer? Wait, where have I seen that before? That is a clue my father, Burn Faraday, left for us. Did you say Burn Faraday? Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me that is the one from the second KG8 incident. The one in which he wrote about the Yatagarzu's key? Dun dun dun, we've got this old man. Yes, this organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss Yu kill 7 years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that like it was related to me. Inside this organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil thing you did. What an amusing little girl you are. But that sort of trickery won't work on me. If you won't believe me, then take a look at this. And what is that toy there? Beep beep beep. It's a supercomputer. That's... Ooh, I love the scarf flowing in the wind. That only works for her. This thievery device was used by the Yatagarzu, or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy. What? These two pieces of evidence that hold information the Yatagarazu dug up on you? You go home now. I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabest right behind you. Little girl, get to the point. I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these two pieces of evidence. Yatagarazu, ever the thorn in my side. Okay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings? Bold of Edgeworth to ask that right in front of the man. It's nothing case-breaking, really. Ah, then it was just a bluff. Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces, aren't they keepsakes of your father? It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end. Hey, your faith. Thank you. Okay. When the going gets tough, someone's gotta be there to put the wind back in your sails. What a mashup. After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. Nice. I refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony. How dare you all, barring a person like me. Ambassador Alba, your testimony, if you please. Grr, old man, grr. Alright, but this is the absolute last. Then, even if you use all of the power of Ambassador Palliano's office, you won't stop me. I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste. Dun dun dun. Gotta drink some water. The last time I met with Mr. Kochen was here at the Theatrum Naturalis. After that, I was in Alabas the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Kochen again after that. So you see, there was no time span in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? And now, since you people were practically begging me, I'll allow you to question me. What an arrogant old man. That's just how all these old men are in these games. Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this chance to escape us. I will warn you, though. You've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any inane questions, and you will be punished. Oh, that's so much health. So oh no. So any needless pressing or presenting will cost more to our case. In that case, the only thing you can do is to present the correct evidence. Understood? Of course. I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Kochen was killed before he returned to Babel. In which case, there is only one statement to which I need to present evidence. Oh no! They're gonna take so much of my health! Okay. Was here at the Theatrum Naturalis. Okay, so I think this is the problem. Because he wouldn't have seen Mr. Kochen because Mr. Kochen would have been dead. He was in Alabas the entire time. I think this is the problem. And I think Oh goodness. Which do we present, though, to show that? Do we present the picture to say this is the time? Or the security? Let me just save. Oh, oof. Oh gosh. Okay. 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 So, I don't agree though. I think the problem is here maybe? Okay, it's the photo. Oh my goodness, I'm so low on health and they're gonna take more and more from me. I'd like you to take a look at this picture. It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations. Oh, it's commemorative, all right. One that captures the proof I need to show that it was you who committed the murder. Come again. This is the knife that killed Mr. Ko-chan. I see you recognize it, as well you should, for it was you who brought it to this theater. You hid it among the flowers you were to give to the Steel Samurai. Meaning that you killed Manny Ko-chan here, at the theater. Grrr. It's time for me to catch my flight. We've activated his fight or flight. We're not through yet. Objection. It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for the entertainment. Yeah. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again. That's right. This man is an ambassador, and he has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court. Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur. Ah, no, I'm not a cur. The only cur for me is courage. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell. Yeah. Lang, swoop in, help us out here. The courts, is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end? Lang, not so fast. Agent Lang. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon. Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba. I mean, in all truth, if he left now, he still wouldn't make it on time. He's got to go through security still and check in his luggage. I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Lang. Sorry, but no it wouldn't. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked. What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through. Blue Pulse, quick question. Am I clipping at all with the volume, or is volume good? Lang Z says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. The neck shield? Oh, don't have a neck shield. Interpol headquarters and the imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast. Took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it. The imperial household? You. What have you done? Oh, it's so empty without Sheena there to back him up. You have been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba. What? 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 Whoa, he cracked. We broke his skin with our logic. Effective today. Effective right now. Oh no! Unfortunate. I need to, like, clip my volume down a bit. Sometimes I get loud. Sorry. And you have prosecutors? And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this. The video the Yatagarazu protected? You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of detainment philosophy, Lang Z. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off. Sorry, I feel like I might have gone loud there. We've broken him down to an old man. It can't be. I don't believe this. My ambassadorship has been revoked. Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new stand-in. Woohoo! Looks like he turned docile again. We've tamed him. Now he can be domesticated. Looks like he's probably in shock from the loss of his shield. Humph. What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him. Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador. Do you really think you can still pull that on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba. I'm turning back into strong man. Objection. No. No, I won't be stopped now. He still intends to fight us. So what if I am no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me. I'd expect no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Understood. You say that I killed Mr. Kochen in the theater. But even if it's true that there was a knife in my bouquet, are you happy to see me, or is that just a knife in your bouquet? I left that bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it from there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babel? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous. I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Yeah. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war. Bum-bum-bum. I killed Mr. Kochen in this theater using a knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken the knife from there. Besides, Mr. Kochen's body was discovered in Babel, right? There is no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Babel. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe I need to keep going. You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too? Yes. Oh, not so fast. You have no plans to ever return to this country. Isn't that right? Yes. Gasp. Did you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you? As if I care. Ooh. Bold. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Boot this guy out of the embassy, and we can finally end everything. I know, and I will give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the title of ambassador, he is just another witness. Yes, just another witness. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy. Get his ass. And get him good. I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to the testimony. Why can I only present evidence? Oh, they expect me to beat him up. I wish. Just like, Edgeworth suddenly just throws hands with this old man. Anyone could have taken the knife. So, I'm gonna present the cart here. Because that's a clear way that it could have been moved. Actually, I do believe there is a way to transport the body out of the theater. Perhaps you should give this a look? What is that supposed to be? It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area. Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it? Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching your every movement. Thank you for the warning. He's an old man. He doesn't understand technology. Now, if you could take a good look at this section here. This lump here, inside the pushcart. Do you know what's causing it? Should I? Because I don't. In that case, allow me to enlighten you. The cause is Chen's body. What is the meaning of showing me that? It's to say that the unnatural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Kochen's body. You had the Steel Samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene. What a guess. But I wonder if you have any evidence to support it. I admit for now it is but a hypothesis, but however, if you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people. Can't keep doing this, man. He got it! Sorry I took so long, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Gummy? Detective Gumshoe. Is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart? Yes, sir. I found it in the open-air stage area. So that's where you went. The detective spirit that Pops left with me. Gumshoe is a great boy. I thought I'd follow my gut and go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case? Yes. It just might play a major role in solving this case, detective. But something isn't right. I thought the entire samurai family was in Alabest. Where exactly in the open-air stage area did you find this pushcart? I found it just lying there at the edge of the stage, sir. Oh? Well, let's leave that for now and examine the inside, detective. What's on the inside? Yes, sir. Gonna zoom in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, someone's got some explaining to do. It's blood. This must be Mr. Kochen's blood. Which only goes to prove that Mr. Kochen's body was indeed transported by this pushcart. Pushcart murder. With an angry old man. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Kochen at this theater, and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. Objection. I forced him to move the body into Alabest. What nonsense. Why would I bother to do such a thing? You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabest. Feeling it was difficult for you to make a stop in Babel. However, what if you moved the body to Alabest? Because it was your embassy, you can keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out to Alabest. Smuggled it out of Alabest. No. If I can show how you move the body from Alabest to Babel, then I win. But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight. I'll be the one to judge whether I can or cannot prove it. And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movements after you return to Alabest. Grr. Miles Edgeworth, have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved? To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. However, I don't believe I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point. That's a lie. All the mistakes were left in the multiple failed endings. Which means there's no question that can't be answered, right? The Prima Duck statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. So why shouldn't there be an answer to how the body was moved? Which means that there must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit. Oh goodness. So movements. So do we have testimony then again on the fire? No. Here we go. The first fire at the Babalese Empire occurred during the Jammin Ninja show. and was on the 4th and 5th floor. And then the next one was in Mr. Kochen's office. Okay. Auto refills when water is too low. And a pick. After I returned to Alabast, I had my picture taken with the steel samurai shaking hands. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Yatagarazu appeared. I feared for the national treasures, so I raced back to my office. Is that all? Yes, that's all. It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of Damask II. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office. Ah, those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do so hate to waste time. Bold words for a man who's constantly wasted all of my time. What? You. Is not every life precious? Do you really need me to answer that for you? People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society. Then you'd better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction. He's really full of himself, isn't he? It was his time spent being a national hero. Yes, he is. How can he be so confident at a time like this? Come, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask whatever you'd like to. Yeah, I'm gonna ask. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Picture taken. Okay, I feel like I need to press. There's just so little here. So the Yantagazu was just a trick that you had set up. A most amusing joke. And how do you propose that I set it up? If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. You arranged the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience would see the Yatagarazu's shadow. Oh, that is an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me. You. What's it gonna take for you to fess up to everything? Yeah. Very well then, let's move on to a different question. After the Yatagarazu appeared, what was the state of the rose garden? Everyone took refuge inside the embassy. I even helped with the effort. And then, once everyone was well inside, feared for the national treasures. Yeah, I gotta press for something more. This is such a short testimony. And what happened after you returned to your office? I don't want to keep on repeating this, however. Upon my return, I had that stroke of bad luck and bumped into Mask Man. And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But his name was the Mask II. Actually, his name was a forgettable side character. was... Oh. I guess he didn't have a name. Who cares what he was called? By the time he got to the Prima Duck statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped for the fake. Talk about an unlucky man. Being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. Miss Von Karma is really letting her whip fly now. Just hit him. Hit the man. You can do it, Von Karma. I believe in you. Live a little. Eek. I think the scary part is her silence while she's doing it. She must be at the limit of her patience as well. But physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. Yeah, I can't find a single contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth. He's totally dead on the inside. Just like a hollow tree. You're the only one that can cut him down to size, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. At this point in time, we lack the information required to fight back properly. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. You say the word and I'll get him talking for you. Yeah, send in our support team. Don't forget that we have plenty of ways to get him to talk. I think that's actually police brutality. Don't send them in. Oh, we've got some real scary people on our side, huh, Kay? Kay's like, I will also fight. Well, I'm all ready to help out, Gummy. How about you? I can't believe you're getting into this. In that case, yeah, I'm ready too, sir. Dak. The gang commits torture and various war crimes. Everyone, please calm down. I'll think of something. So why is it only with the Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around. The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest. Wow, so you do have a soft side after all. The bane of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels. So, you tend to strain your back as well, huh? But isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over? You didn't need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose. The point of this is not to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my... Oof, yeah, like sometimes my bones pop too. I mostly have wrist problems though, like an old person, because I do programming and all that keyboard work. Killed my hands, killed my wrists. Oh god. Yuck. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he is actually guilty of anything. Are we finished here? Miles Edgeworth, can you not come up with how the body was moved to Babel? Sir? Ah, rip. But your knees, you need those. Crunch. Bad joke hours. By me. Yeah. Even after proving so much, is he gonna get away with it? Yeah. Is this the end?